prospects and barriers. The theme of International Women's Day 2021 is choose to challenge. So we have to choose our challenge. The women and have to choose our challenge to do something. You know, if you want to do in a good position, I have to choose some challenges. Nobody will give me the chance to go their position. Now I'm explaining what is STEM. You everybody knows as what is STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, technology, and mathematics. So everybody in our society they thought that STEM is very hard for women, but nowadays the people, the women, they are trying to do something in science, technology, engineering, and management. There start 2016, 2017. There's some improvement.
কাজকর্ম করে সব
Women are
তুমি
interested in
একসব
the
কাজকর্ম করে
science. Now I will give some areas where the STEM discipline are involved. Agriculture, natural resources, chemistry, computer and information sciences, engineering, geosciences, life sciences, materials research, mathematics, physics and astronomy, psychology, social sciences, as well as statistics. That covers the STEM discipline. Here you include the social sciences. Without the social sciences, life is not possible. So with the engineering and science, we need some social science and psychology that will help life easier. In previous time, when in ancient time, people are thinking that traditionally women are doing medicine, that is doctor or midwifery, food production, preservation, home design and household management, materials. The involving that areas, not others areas. That was the field of women's, but nowadays that has been changed. And girls in STEM, that we have to think of mindset. We have to fix our mindset. I have to fix my mindset that I will go for science studying. I am prepared for intellectual growth, to learn ability and take the challenges. And we have to negative stereotypes and responsibility of a girl's ability to succeed in STEM can lead to anxiety. We have to avoid that. And 5 benefits of STEM for girls. First one, girl can gain confidence in their STEM skills and abilities. If I have the STEM skills, then I have the confidence. Nowadays, we can feel that we are doing the online classes. We are using the science. We are using the engineering. We are using the technology, and we are getting the confidence level high. But 1 year before the COVID, we are not used to online classes or online meeting. This I can join meeting from select to here. So this is made you in a confident level high. Girls can feel more comfortable working on computers and technology. This I have described before. Girls can develop better problem solving skills. If you know mathematics, you can do lot of problem solving. And you can do mathematics, then you will create some complex create some complex situation and solve them. Girl can enroll in a STEM degree in colleges. Girls can have better career options. They have lot of options for their career. You can house management, you can do business, you can go to a teaching profession or banking sector, or any others. So there's a lot of opportunities. And this is the work-life balance. This is very important because here lot of things here. We are seeing that lot of things here. We have to manage all the things. and as well as the career opportunities. So this is the mental section and the career section. So we have to balance both way, not the only. If you only go to the career, then your life will be not easy, not comfortable. Okay. So here are some points: this marriage, children, joint family, multitasking, primary caregiving, stepping back for spouse, career, lack of personal support, lack of professional support. This is important. When the women they are going to the school, they are uh, they went from their families, and this is not a problem. When after the marriage, they will face some problem. If they got children, if they have the joint family, then she has to do multitasking, and she has to carrying her children, her family, as well as their career and other things. So it's very difficult. That will create some problem in the career life. Here I can show you some picture. This is me. I'm delivering a lecture, and my inspiration, my mother. She's she's she was my inspiration, and she is our inspiration. All the time she encourages us to do some better thing. Here we have attended a conference in Bangkok. This is the Ministry of Science grant occasion. Yeah, we did some uh, seminar in our OEPA association. This is USA. I worked there, and some other pictures. Here, my family, my two daughters, and this is the most critical time. I think this pandemic situation, all the four members, so we are using computers and other things for our uh, online lecture classes and other things. Some social work, some benefits, and this is my with my students, and here my daughters. And this is the most critical time in my life. This I have to take care of my daughters and other things, and do all the things. Uh, Here is my husband and me. This attending a conference, and the professor. And nowadays, is life is more easier than that critical situation because they are grown up, and it's very normal life now for me. So we have to do our betterment. Education is a core human right, and we have to give the opportunity to all the people to do the uh, education. And this is a global perspective view. And now the Central and Eastern Europe, the science education is 39.5, Central Asia 48.1, South Asia is 18.4. 5 is very low, and in Bangladesh is only 14%. Challenges faced by women in STEM. Yeah, so you can see there's everybody is not helping you. You have to go your merit by your merit and your inspiration, motivation. This is this uh, Facebook CEO. This case careers are not a ladder; they are a jungle gum. Don't expect a direct climb. So you have to go by a lot of hassle and a lot of struggle. This is the same picture, and I have some opportunities for success for women. Some point are personal. This is first one: spouse, family, homemade, equal sharing of chores, finance, respect for each other, profession, gender preference among children. So you have the support from your spouse, your family, and you have to financial support, respect each other. Gender preference among children. If you have two children, one son and one daughter, you have to treat them same way. This that will help you in the future generation, then that they can respect the each other, not only the men, also the women. And there should be some company rules and climate, sexual harassment, gender equality, maternity leave, on-site childcare, job security, work schedule flexibility, merit rewards, tenure clock. First thing, sexual harassment. Every time we are seeing something, this sexual harassment is giving pain to the woman. Then second thing, gender equality. If the merit is same, both men and women, then you have to give the same opportunity, and you have to give the maternity leave. So in our country, we are very happy that we have now 6 months maternity leave from the government. So this is very important. And finally, job security. Job security in government sector is okay, but in private sector it's very tough. The industry people, they are not giving you the job security and other things if you don't competent enough for that. And government support, then law and policy. You have the government support to government take the law and policy that equal gender equality or gender equality and other things, that the same merit, same situation, they have the take action for the female colleagues. Dedicated ministry. There will be, we have also Equal Pay Act. The men and women, they will get the same salary or same benefits. Family Medical Leave Act, universal child care. This is very important because when the uh, got married, the woman got married and then they have the child. This is very tough time for them to take care of the children. So there is a universal child care that in the among the office or something, then they go, they left their children there and they will get benefit from their woman owned business. And they have to now SME Foundation in Bangladesh, they're giving some benefits for the women for doing business. That is important. And this business not only limited to no just beauty parlor or other things. That will be technical support, that machinery import or other things, that will be helpful. And gender quotas, then it will be parliament and business boards that should be maintained. Women in STEAM, Bangladesh perspective, and Bangladesh nowadays is a middle income country and high income country will be 2041. And the garments industry has led to women's economic empowerment. There's a lot of women are working in the garment sector. The women not only do the garment tours. They are the driving force to do for the economic development. And I have told you before that only 14% of women in science and education in Bangladesh, and professionals are working. This the professional that they are working. And we have an association, and this is called WEPA, Women Architect Engineer Planner Association in Bangladesh. We are doing meeting or other things for the better improvement of the women. And the impact of COVID-19, we all of you now know that the economic health, well-being and healthcare system that's depend on, and women and girls are involvement in that areas. And this is the scenario, this career damage from COVID-19. And I will tell you that women are more responsible for the family members, and they are affected very much with COVID-19 because she has to do her online job or online classes as well as take care of the family members, cooking, everything. Because at the time, at the initial stage, we don't allow the part-time maid servant. So all that work has been done by herself or the family members. If the family members is not cooperative, that it will be very hard for her. Looking for future, The future is female, and the STEM will persist, especially COVID-19 pandemic continues. Will remain resilient to look each other for support. Women supporting women. We have to support each other for our career. If when a woman is fall in a bad position, if he lose her work, we can help her. Support of
Ma'am,
science.
ma'am, I am request. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Salma Akhtar, ma'am, for your excellent speech. Professor Dr. Muhammad Sauron Murshid, I respectfully request to deliver your valuable speech on the topic of women empowerment in Bangladesh, role of IEOM society. In the meantime, I would like to add that Dr. Sauron Murshid is a professor of industrial and production engineering at Ahsanullah University of Science and Technologies Faculty of Engineering. He started his academic career in Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology in early 90s after receiving his undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering in 1993. He received his master's in industrial management from the Center for Industrial Management of Catholic University of Leuven, Belgium, and received his PhD in manufacturing and in mechanical engineering from the Birmingham University, UK, on optimization and proceedings of the first international conference on industrial and mechanical engineering and operations management, Dhaka, Bangladesh. He worked in the Birmingham University as PhD researcher before his postdoctoral research in Coventry and Bath University. He also served as visiting academic at Bath University and affiliated as a visiting research fellow at Aalborg University, Denmark. He has published 20 articles in several journals and conferences. He has working as a senior researcher and deputy project leaders of Aalborg Ost Research Project, which has been funded by Danida and collaborative work among Ost Aalborg University and BGMEA since 2015. He also developed multi-objective knowledge-based scheduling technology of genetic algorithm for cancer patients in dynamic situation, along with his hybrid genetic algorithm framework for industrial and service scheduling. Professor Murshid has affiliations with High Education Academy or Society, IEOM Society, and IEB. So please, sir, I am requesting to start your speech.
Thank you very much to introduce me. First, I would like to thank the Pune University IIM Student Chapter to organize this event. And I would like to thank Professor Haidar Ali Biswas and distinguished speaker today, Professor Dr. Afroza Parveen, Department of Architecture and Dean from the Khulna University, Chair Dr. Sharmeen Parveen, and Professor Salma Akhtar from SUST, and distinguished participants and all the faculty members from various universities from Bangladesh and outside of Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum. I'm just representing from IIM chapter Bangladesh as a chair, running chair. So this is actually the Women's Day 2021. I congratulate all the women's throughout the world, their contribution, generations after generation and coming days as well. Before I'm going to discuss regarding the women empowerment, which we try to help from our society, I would like to just introduce my society to you. If you allow me to share this, the That one, I think.
Yeah, sharing is allowed already. You can share this one.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. I'll talk about women's empowerment in Bangladesh and role of IAM society. However, I'm going to just give brief idea about the Is the screen is okay?
Yes,
Professor
sir,
Bishesh,
is visible.
is visible. Thank you. The IAM Society Bangladesh, which has been formed, as you can see on the screen, founded in 2015 and 16. I'm one of the founding members, including with the Professor Haider Bishesh, one of the very active society in Bangladesh, particularly industrial engineering and operation management. And we cover ranges of area from industrial engineering and operation management, not least also from other discipline as well. These are the council members, global council member for IAM Global. And Dr. Ahad Ali, he's the executive director of IAM International. He contributed and helped us to develop this society in Bangladesh. And I myself is the chair and the co-chair, Professor Dr. Iqbal, and honorary treasurer, Professor Haider Bishesh. Today is the chair of the session. And we also have Sauron Murshid as the honorary general secretary. And we also have the other members in the society. And this is the 19, and we have the executive for the 18. As you can see, there's a few slides as we start from there. We have the founding members of IAM Bangladesh chapter. We started this one in quite some time ago, now in the reality. And we have activities, we collect memberships, IAM professionals and student chapters. We have approximately 25 student chapters in Bangladesh right now. We organize conferences, seminars, symposiums, workshops around the year. Because of the COVID, it's been a little bit declined, but anyway, we are up to the limit now. And we also have a proposed journal, IJIUM. And we have various forums, industry solutions, women in industry and academia that I'll talk around later on. And we have a global engineering education forum where the women and the men, we all participate. And with the global IAM society, they also have the certification, as you can see, and we have the awards and fellowships, newsletter, IAM Global Council. These are the activities we are running there. These are the logos which has been already been trademarks Office of USA as the trademark of the IAM Society. As you can see, IAM Society and the logo and everything. IAM Society everywhere, from South America to Australia, New Zealand, to Asia, all over the Africa and South America and the North America as well. So we have all over the places. We have many countries. IAM Society really active in Europe, also in Asia as well. So there are a few here. You can see the flags, professional chapters and student chapters. We have student chapters is international. There are a few in Bangladesh as well. So I'm just, we have many competition among the students, both the girls and boys. They do the paper competitions, graduate competition, final year project competition, undergraduate research competition. And we also have other simulation, also poster competition that is happened during the conferences and seminars. With high school and middle school K-12 Esteem competition, we do it. And we have a membership, professional student and associate membership. We have a partnership with the university and corporate organization. It's a membership form. You can apply online. These are the, we have particularly awards. They are not one, as you can see, these are the awards we normally provide. And we encourage women to participate in the Industrial Engineering and Operation Management Society and involved in the real life problems to solve it to sustain it. And as you can see, I'm Women in Industry and Academia, which already we have the conferences a few months back. They participated from the faculties and also from the students from the various universities. We also provide outstanding service hours. We didn't mention the gender there, but it goes to the either gender. Here is some award ceremony, as you can see, global perspective. We also provide industry solution where the women can actually contribute also in the education sector as well. And obviously they have the industry academia, we call it WIA. There are some photographs here. We have media, website, Facebook, search engine newsletters, LinkedIn. We have a technical groups, as you can see, though all this has been covered from the industrial engineering and technology and certification. These are the conferences, few of them. As you can see, Singapore is just coming in around now, Dubai. I myself been few of these conferences. This is some photos from previous conferences. South Africa, and this is in the Dubai. Our members, they participate frequently to these conferences. As you can see, this is in the IUT. Also, this is the National University of Science and Technology. He is one of these executive committee members. And this is Dhaka. This is an IB as well. It's the Sylhet. This is in IB, which we organized. And there's a few slides. I just go very quickly. This happened in the Bangladesh Institute of Management. One of the conferences last year, a symposium has been held in BIM. 19 we have a conference, and 2020 we also have a conferences. These are the distinguished speakers, the student competitions, and then faculty members from Pune University and other universities. They participated there. The student competition, the performance. We also running the what do you call it, IM Society webinar during the COVID last year. We encourages the faculties and other people to participate. It's quite wonderful. We also invited the guests outside of Bangladesh and inside Bangladesh to participate in the online education during the COVID in Bangladesh. So as you can see, we have the webinar, Professor Iqbal, myself, Professor Bishas, Sauron Murshid, a few of them there. So that's all. This is all about the IM Society in Bangladesh. I don't have any presentation particularly for the Women's Day here, but I need to talk a little bit about the women. So first, I'd like to start from one of these recent graduation for Bangladesh, Untitled Chapter Bangladesh. Is a developing nation, is Bangladesh, so which has been achieved by the leadership of the women, our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and it's quite challenging in 3 indexes like per capita income, which required. We also just, it's 1200, but we have more than 1800 US dollar, and human index is 66 points. We are above 75 points, and other economic index we have over the limit, and also where we have to require the less, we have the less. So we graduated, and I would like to congratulate the women in Bangladesh. I'll tell you why I'm congratulating the women, particularly to have this one as an entrepreneur, as a working in the industry. The women have the contribution all through the way. Professor Salma Akhtar was mentioning that they have many limitations, and however, they're contributing much. I myself running a project which is targeting the Sustainable Development Goals 8, economical development, which has been running with the network project with the BJME and few industries. I'll just give you one of the example. Recently, I visited one of the industry. I found how they encourage women to participate with them in various programs. They have programs, particularly I can tell you that one of the program, they pick the worker and let them graduate from Cambridge. How do you think? You know, that from the very basic, they're very, you know, they didn't have the SSC or ACC certification. They're coming to the industry. They've been trained. They've been selected, and they put on the higher education. Eventually, they are having degrees from outside of Bangladesh. That is what is happening. We encourage, I myself encourage, our society encourages women to participate in every sector, because this year they will just choose to challenge, to change. They have to take it as a challenge, and they have to change to make everything in the inclusive world. Otherwise, we do not have these, the graduation before the deadline if there is no contribution from the women. Our half of the population are the women, and as I'm working with the R&D sectors, I give you another example how they contribute there. Approximately 4 million, more than 4 million people, women, they're working in the R&D. Most of them, 85%, are women. As you can see, more than 4 crore people engaged with R&D sectors. This contribution, their earning is coming to the society. That's the dynamics we have it now. Our foreign currency coming up to 40 billion US dollar per year is coming from, between 32 and 40 billion US dollar coming from the R&D sector. So their contribution, you cannot say this less. They've been empowered, and they have to take challenge to change the society. They are more able to do it. If I go back to because it's one of the ideas to this STEM, as I am in the university and we have many girls, they're doing the engineering degrees, they have this science and maths as a basic foundation to further up. And they know ICT, they have the technology. So we are graduating them as an engineer, where they contribute to the society in various industries, also as entrepreneur as well. And if I give one of the example, as we are celebrating the women's achievement and Women's Day today, in industry, we encourage girls, graduates, everyone to participate. That they have to express their ideas, what they want to do. And in my faculties, within my faculties, there is a good numbers, they are coming from the women. They are not coming by choice. They have the qualification and they have the, all the attainment to become the good professional faculties in my university. And they're also leading many of these societies. But what I'm hoping for IM Society Bangladesh, very soon we'll have a, the women leadership in here. And we are trying our level best to get the women on board to take the leadership for the IM Society, particularly to the Women's Day. It's supposed to be the women leading here today. However, it's one of them, not the women. However, I'm always for their betterment. And in academia, I can tell you, and the empowerment, how we can do the empowerment to the women. The first thing, we have to give them the education, and we have to give them the skill they require, either for the jobs or for the entrepreneurship, and which is possible. We have many examples. In Bangladesh. Women take entrepreneurship, particularly I can tell you, Dr. Rubana Haq, she's from business background, and she's the president of the BGME. So women are empowering in Bangladesh, and the mass women has to come out to take the challenge, to say we are here to take challenge, and they can solve many of these industrial problems. From IM Society perspective, we provide awareness, we also provide the training and other areas of the development from the society. Particularly, we tell you the women in industry and academia, this session has been running every time we run any conferences or any workshops, that is always there. So we always prefer to be women come out and say, we are there to lead you, to help you in the society from all backgrounds, either from the global engineering prospect or from the education prospect. And one of the things, if the women to become the leader in the industrial solution, they have to come out. We have to place them in industry and to take the challenge to solve all the complex problems in the real life. And women are quite capable of solving industrial problems, which has been evident from the graduates and also from the faculties from the around the world. in Bangladesh as well. So from the SDG point of view, I think Professor Hadley Vishwas will tell all about the SDGs. We're targeting all the 70 SDGs. Every sector's women have the contribution. And I have so particularly goal 5 and goal 8 and goal 4. At least 4, 5, and 8, these are more, the vibrant area, particularly for the women to contribute. And they are contributing, they will contribute. 2 of my projects either is from the 4 or from the SDG 8. They're doing really good. And I would like to, I don't want to, make you boring, keep talking, but we have the options, we have the tools, also in the business sector, also in the academic sectors. And we look forward to have more women coming forward and they can contribute. I would like to, this is the end of my presentation. Happy International Women's Day. And we want, there will be no gender bias, no inequality. Women will prevail. I would like to thank you all for participating in this Women's Day event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Muhammad Sauron Murshid, sir, for his nice talk. Now I am requesting Professor Dr. Sharmin Parveen to give her precious speech about the empowerment through science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education role of OWSD, that means some organization for women in science for the developing country. In the meanwhile, I want to add that Dr. Sharmin Parveen is the Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Health Informatics at Bangladesh University of Health Sciences. She served as the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences and Chair of OWSD in Bangladesh National Chapter. Dr. Sharmin has completed her PhD in Applied Physics, Electronics and Communication Engineering under a collaboration program of Jadavpur University, India, and the University of Dhaka, Bangladesh. She did her BSc, MSc, and MPhil from the Department of Applied Physics, Electronics, and Communication Engineering at University of Dhaka. She has 25 years teaching and research experience in different universities in Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Her area of research include e-health, m-health, telemedicine, electronic medical record, data science, medical image, and video processing for telemedicine network, green computing, and etc. She has published a good number of research articles in various international peer-reviewed journals. She affiliated with IEEE International and IEEE Communication Society as a member since 2003, OWSD since 2005, BAWS EC member since 2008. She is the chair of OWSD Bangladesh chapter since 2018 and ex-secretary since 2015 to 2018. So please, ma'am, I am requesting to start your talk.
Thank you so much, Nusrat, for introducing me. Honorable Chair of this session, Professor Dr. Muhammad Haidar Ali Vishwas, distinguished panel speakers, Professor Dr. Afroza Parveen, Dean, Science, Engineering and Technology School, Khulna University, Professor Dr. Muhammad Sauron Murshid of Ahsanullah University of Science and Technology, Professor Dr. Salma Akhtar, Shah Jalal University of Science and Technology, and my dear students, a very good afternoon to all. Thanks for having me in this webinar. I'm really honored. At the onset, I would like to express my deepest respect and thankfulness to all the amazing women who has contributed over the years to build the better nation. This year, the theme of the International Women's Day is Women in Leadership, COVID-19 World. A very relevant theme for this year. And if you go to the page of Ministry of Women and Child Affairs, Bangladesh, you can see the Bengali theme written as Corona Kale Nari Netritto Gorbe Notun Samotar Bisho. So today's webinar theme by the Khulna University is Challenges for Women and Girls in STEM Research amid COVID-19. So the themes is to celebrate the tremendous efforts by women and girls around the world in shaping a more equal future. So the tremendous effort by women and girls in terms of caregivers, in terms of health workers, in terms of innovators, community organizers, whatnot. Side by side with men, they have worked, they have shown their effort and for shaping a more equal future and recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. So I'll basically focus on the role of OWSD in women empowerment through STEM education and research, and the perspective is COVID-19 pandemic and its aftermath. Before that, I would like to mention a line from our father of the nation. We all know this is the birth centenary of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And we are going to celebrate the 50th anniversary of our independence this year too. আমি একটু বাংলাতেই বলছি, স্বাধীন বাংলাদেশের বংশধর ছেলে এবং মেয়েরা কাঁধে কাঁধ মিলিয়ে এগিয়ে চলবে. So he has the visionary, the architect of Bangladesh. He truly realized that without the participation of men and women both, a country cannot grow. Also, our Honorable Prime Minister, under her dynamic leadership, my previous speaker already mentioned, we have reached to the status of developing country under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina. Let me quote some of her words. She said, quote, "The country will move faster towards prosperity if men and women work together," unquote. Also, she said, quote, "Bangladesh women have showed they can," unquote. Another one, quote, "If women are left behind in a society that cannot stand up with dignity," unquote. So from these words, you can easily realize the highest leadership in our country has given highest emphasis on women participation. Let me mention another great women. আমি এটাও একটু বাংলায় বলতে চাই, বেগম রোকে আমরা জানি তিনি কিভাবে শিক্ষায় নারীদের অগ্রসর হওয়ার আলোর পথ দেখিয়েছিলেন। তিনি বলেছেন, আমাদের সমাজের আমরা সমাজের অর্ধ অঙ্গ, আমরা পড়িয়া থাকিলে সমাজ উঠিবে কি রূপে, কোনো ব্যক্তির এক পা বাঁধিয়া রাখিলে সে খোঁড়াইয়া খোঁড়াইয়া কত দূর চলিবে. So with this line, I move forward to the main discussion of my presentation. So first, I would like to focus on the present status of women in STEM globally and in Bangladesh. According to UNESCO, around 30% of the female students make STEM as a choice from a range of possibilities in their higher education. This becomes lower than 10% when we consider female students' enrollment in subjects like ICT, natural science, mathematics, statistics, or even in engineering. 30% of the world's researchers are women. While a growing number of women are enrolling in university, many opt out at the highest levels required for a research career. According to another study, worldwide, the participation of women are less than 30% in development and research sector, and very few women are found in the science and technology sectors. In Bangladesh, in terms of higher education, degree or career, they mostly do not make STEM fields as the area of their first options interest. So this is the hard reality. This is the sad reality. But still, there are some inspiring facts. I'll show that later. Before that, let me show you some graphs. So these graphs basically shows the status of women education in Bangladesh, enrollment of female student in science education. So it is clear from the red line and blue line. Blue is science and the red one is business. So you can easily see the difference. And these graphs represents the number of participants, male and female, in science in Dhaka board. So I just focus on the year 2017. You can see male is higher than female. And in HSC also, male is higher than female. Students by gender in science faculty in University of Dhaka also is here from the graph. The male student number is higher than female. And this is the female faculty members in Dhaka University by gender: professor, associate professor, assistant professor, lecturer. So all red bars are female. You can easily understand the discrepancies. Number of teachers and students in the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. Also, the number is not very satisfactory. Number of teachers and students in medical college by 6, also not satisfactory. But the inspiring fact is net enrollment rate in primary education, because of the government steps for free primary education, the number of girl enrollment has increased a lot. And also look at this graph from 2011 to 17, we look at 17 figure, the number of appeared, number of passed, and percentage of girls. This is not, this is quite satisfactory. I mean, these are inspiring factors. And in HSC also, if you look at the total and the percentage of girl, this is quite satisfying. But what happens when they go to the higher education, university level? So there are some barriers. There are cultural barriers, family barriers, lack of inspirations. Girls themselves also is a barrier. Society is not yet totally ready to send their girl to follow the STEM paths, STEM education. Family members are not much supportive. From the childhood, mass number of girls are taught to be at home. They are not only the homemaker, they are society builder, and girls are taking more responsibilities. Girls has to be passionate. Science only need passion, only passion. Believe in yourself, you have the potential. Gender balancing has to be institutionalized. So if we overcome such barriers, I think the number will increase. So first and foremost thing is believe in yourself. You can do. You can be the one day you can be the Marie Curie of our country. You can also be one of the Nobel laureates in the world. They are the role models. They are the inspiration for all of us. 2020 Nobel laureate women scientists in chemistry jointly and in physics. So women's empowerment, even SDG 5 strives to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. What does empowerment means? Empowerment includes the action of raising the status of women through education, raising awareness, literacy, and training. Women's empowerment is all about equipping and allowing women to make life-determining decisions through the different problems in society. What is the role of OWSD, Organization for Women in Science, in the developing world in this STEM field? So those who are not familiar with this organization, let me say a few words about this organization. This is the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World. It's a program unit of UNESCO, and it's an international organization founded in 1987 and provides research, training, career development by networking opportunities for women scientists throughout the developing world at different stages. At different stages in their career, and presently from 147 countries, it is having 6,523 members. It is the first international forum to unite eminent women scientists from the developing and developed worlds with the objectives of strengthening their role in the development process, promoting their representation in scientific and technological research, teaching, and leadership. Bangladesh has a national chapter, OWSD Bangladesh National Chapter. It is founded in 2009, and presently we are having 192 members. I proudly like to mention that Professor Bishyash is one of the members of OWSD. We have 3 categories. One is Friends of OWSD. I'll show in my next slide. So the structure of OWSD is, it has the executive board where president, 4 vice president from 4 region, and 4 members in the executive board, and immediate past president also the member. And the regions are Africa, Arab states, Asia and Pacific, Latin America and Caribbean, and other countries. It has OWSD Secretariat, then the regions and national chapters. So each region have so many national chapters. Bangladesh is one of them under the Asia Pacific region. And here is the members. She is the present president, Jennifer A. Thomas. And I would like to mention one of her quote. It is essential that the special role played by women scientists be understood and embraced. Women scientists bring a different perspective to their work, which becomes apparent and valued as they take their rightful place in research communities, unquote. So they are the vice president and executive board member, Dr. Atiya Kaple from India, and Professor Hasin Anupam Azhari from Bangladesh. This is the executive board members. So it's myself, our secretary Tabassum Mumtaz, Dr. Tabassum Mumtaz, vice president, Professor and Dr. Shamima Lashkar, and another vice president, Dr. Hasibun Nahar, and other executive members on the back. She is the Tonia Blur from OWSD Secretariat, visited us during our 25th anniversary celebration. I mean the 25th anniversary of OWSD. So all the fellows are having a meeting with her. OWSD have different programs. So membership is one member, undergraduate students, they can be an affiliate member, and friends of, obviously, girl students, and friends of OWSD. Here lies the interesting part. Any male counterpart can be a member of OWSD, and this is under the category of friends of OWSD. And the specific aims of the fellowship programs are to improve access to educational and training opportunities in science technology for young and talented women graduates, to increase the scientific productivity and creativity of women scientists, to empower a new generation of talented women, to ensure a leadership role in science and technology, to encourage women scientists to contribute to the sustainable development of their home countries, to enable women scientists from the South to collaborate and network on a regional international level. So you can find this is a great opportunity to network with the mentors from the developed countries as well as developing countries, and there is a huge opportunity for fellowships and to carry forward your career. So PhD fellowship candidates can choose between two study schemes. One is full-time fellowship, one is sandwich program, which is a very good opportunity for the women because women often cannot go to full-time scholarship programs because of the responsibility for their family, for their children. So this is a good option. So university graduates and a master's holder can apply for the sandwich program. They can carry on their PhD program staying in his or in her own country. Maybe 2 or 3 visits is required with the partner host country. You have to select one of the center of excellence from their list. This is a very good opportunity. And these are the fields for eligible scientific fields for the women. You can choose any of the STEM field from here. So all PhD fellowship funds generously provided by the SIDA, Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency. Over 470 women have received fellowship. More than 270 of these women have graduated. So I just quickly show you some of the faces from our fellows. So currently from all the countries, it has 162 fellows. In 32 countries. From Bangladesh, we have 11 fellows. So I just quickly show you the faces. They are the alumni who have already completed their PhD. So 28 PhD researcher alumni from Bangladesh. WSD, more alumni are here. Let me show you the call for PhD fellowship program this year. So you have still chance, yeah, is it 15th April, it's okay. So previously it was March. So due to COVID, this year it is extended. So 15th April is the deadline. So you can go to the pages www.owsd.net and under fellowship, you can search all the informations, all the queries you can get there. So they are the alumni from OWSD who have received the fellowships. I just want to mention one of the quote from our famous scientist of agricultural science, Salila Parvin Banu. She mentioned, the OWSD award helped me not only to become the researcher I'm today, but also to become a leader in research. So we are looking for the leader. So WSD is helping us to become that leader. So WSD has also early career fellowship after completion of PhD. They can apply for the early career fellowship. It can award up to 50,000 USD. And we have also our early career fellows. They have got this award. Now I'm next focusing on, I'm going to show you the award winner, Elsevier Foundation, OWSD Elsevier Foundation, a very prestigious award. 6 of our scientists got this award in different years. In 2011, in agricultural science, Professor Mahfuza Begum. In 2013, Dr. Nasima Akhtar in biological science. In engineering science, Dr. Tanzima Hashem from Buet. In 2018, Professor Dr. Hasibun Nahar from Brack University Mathematics Department. In 2019, Dr. Tabassum Mumtaz in biological science. Again, in engineering science, Dr. Samia Sabrina. So these are our inspiration. They are our inspiration or role model for our next generations. So as we all know, the theme of this year, how to make equal world in this COVID-19 situation, we are facing unprecedented global challenge. OWSD has carried out one survey from among the members, researchers of this organization. And this survey shows very interesting results. In total, 1,470 responses was there. And the most commonly cited negative impact, because COVID-19 has a great impact in every aspect of life. So in the women researchers, in the life of women researchers, what are the impacts it has created? This survey shows that one. So first, I would like to mention the negative impacts of COVID-19 pandemic on work, on research. Being unable to travel to conference or other important work events, 67%, being unable to perform experiments or field work, 56%, being unable to provide teaching, 31%, being unable to follow courses, 22%, and delay of pending publications, 20%. Other negative impacts were delay of or suspension of ongoing funding, difficulty finding collaborators, being unable to submit funding proposals, being unable to submit publication, and so on. But, and the factors contributing to these most common were inability to access the lab, office, necessary equipment, field work locations due to a lockdown, reduced available working hour due to household or care responsibilities, 44%, difficulty in effectively collaborating with colleagues, 42%, lack of necessary equipment needed for effectively working or studying from home, 42%, lack of reliable internet connection to effectively work or study from home, 41%, reduced access to teaching faculty and or administrative staff, 30%, and change in institutional departmental priorities, 26%. Interestingly, there are also have some positive impacts. That is inspiring. Alongside the negative impacts of the pandemic, many respondents also reported some positive outcome. Most notably, 54% said that they have enjoyed more flexible working hours. Another 42% said they have been able to expand their professional skills or experiences. 27% have had more time available for their research. 26% said that their organization or institution has invested in new technologies for remote working and studying. 20% have had an opportunity to broaden their public engagement. 19% increase their scientific publications. So these factors.
Ma'am, I humbly request to finish your speech because our time is limited.
How many minutes left for me?
Okay, ma'am.
Can I get 5 more minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
yes,
thanks.
So,
I just want to show you the areas or the ways how to overcome these challenges by the use of technologies, by the use of modern innovation, because I'm the chair of the organization who are dealing with STEM field. That is why I'm talking about all the STEM related aspects. And it is also obvious that without science and technology, we cannot move forward anymore. So here I just wanted to show the healthcare impact of COVID-19 long-term, short-term. I just skip all these. Better I focus on the technological challenges that can be solved by technology. As we all know, we are standing or we are facing the fourth industrial revolution. Probably you have already heard about the term fourth industrial revolution. And we stand on the brink of a technological revolution that will fundamentally alter the way we live, work, and relate to one another. In its scale, scope, complexity, the transformation will be unlike anything humankind has experienced before. So what were the three industrial revolutions before? We had first revolution, which was based on steam and water power, and that led to mechanization, We had second revolution, mass production of electricity. And third revolution was based on electronic and IT system and automation. And fourth one is coming, and we don't know just how it will unfold. But one thing is clear, the response to it must be integrated, comprehensive, involving all stakeholders. So when those new technologies are coming, the possibilities of billions of people connected by mobile devices with unprecedented processing power, storage capacity, and access to knowledge are unlimited. And these possibilities will be multiplied by emerging technologies breakthroughs in fields such as artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, material science, energy storage, quantum computing, and lot more. So all these digitized world can solve so many issues. Like I want to show you here one example. Shastho Batayan is a health call center of our government health ministry's program. During this COVID, through this Shastho Batayan, 24/7 doctors advised treatment was available. This is because of this application of the modern technology, mHealth, mobile health. So the field I'm working, health informatics, that also deals with the application of IT and computer science in health sector. That can revolutionize the health sector, the digital health, transformation of health to digital health. That field is coming. So public, private hospital, clinic, blood bank, doctor information can be given, compliance and suggestion about any government health service, ambulance information, and booking facility, emergency accident information you can get through this service. 166, you have heard about that. And role of informatics in this COVID-19, telemedicine, mHealth, medical record, ICU management, robotic surgery, computerized physician order entry. All these are very important fields to be dealt with. And digital health application paradigm is so much. I have very little time, so I'm not going to elaborate all these, but just to show you, to keep in your mind that yes, there is a term called telemedicine. So this is how the telemedicine works. And telemedicine application can include remote consultation, remote monitoring, remote education training, telementoring. The coming days are based on all these technologies and all these applications. Teleradiology easily can send a image of X-ray or MRI to different countries in a second. Robotic surgery, just look at this setup. So you have to be able or eligible, or ability, you have to attain or gain that eligibility to be the game changer and for the equal world. This is a picture of an electronic medical record. You don't need to carry all the files of your images, doctor prescription, everything. All will be kept in digital form in the computer. And also IoT, the Internet of Things devices is application of those devices are making tremendous change or transformation to healthcare, because these body sensor can sense and remotely give the data to the doctors or hospitals. So an equal world is an enabled world. This is time to inspire women and provide environment opportunities to overcome the barrier. Gender balancing has to be institutionalized. They can be the game changer, driver for economic growth. Role models are important, so we have to have some role models in front of us. Scientific research and advancement can lead to knowledge and products that can solve many of the problems, help them achieve excellence in all aspects, and prepare them to be eligible for equal rights in the global competition for building a better world. And networking is a huge challenge for women, and OWSD is offering excellent opportunity in this regard. So with this, I would like to conclude, and these are some photographs taken from different occasions of OWSD Bangladesh National Chapter. You can see the celebration of International Women Day last year, huge celebration in different universities. So because of the time constraint, I cannot show you all the pictures. We have a Facebook ID and also the website is there. So I'm concluding with this word, empowered and united we stand. Thank you so much for your patience hearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharmin Parvin, for her excellent speech. Professor Dr. Afroza Parvin, I respectfully request to deliver your valuable speech on the topic of women empowerment, myth or reality or what. In the meanwhile, I would like to add that Dr. Afroza Parvin is a professor of architecture discipline at Khulna University, Bangladesh, and senior fellow of Higher Education Academy, UK. She is the Dean of Science, Engineering and Technology School of Khulna University. Afroza has been the Director of Institute of Fine Arts, Head of Architecture Discipline, Director of the Center of Excellence in Teaching and Learning, and Provost of Bangamata Sheikh Fazilatun-Nisa Mujib of Khulna University. She got her Bachelor of Architecture degree from Khulna University. She did her MSc in Urban Planning at the Center for Urban Planning and Environmental Management in 2002 and PhD in Urban Designing in the University of Hong Kong in 2008. Dr. Afroza has been a Commonwealth Academic Fellow and she did her postdoctoral research at the Development Planning Unit at University College London in 2012. She is a Fulbright visiting research scholar doing her research at School of Architecture at the University of Texas at Austin. Afroza's research interest includes urban and rural settlement planning, disaster adaptation in the built environment, house building process in informal settlements, city morphology and space syntax study, and context responsive architectural pedagogy. Her current research focuses on issues surrounding autonomous adaptation in the built environmental system of informal settlements. Afroza is also involved in academic research and administrative activities of more than 10 universities home and abroad. She has published 19 research papers and presents dozens of research seminars home and abroad. So please, ma'am, I am requesting to start your talk.
Please allow me to share my screen.
It is already allowed. You can say.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much and a very good afternoon. I'm really happy. I'm feeling really, really honored because this is the very day I came to know Professor Sharmin, Professor Salma, Professor Saror, and of course my dearest students. And it's a very special day for us, not only for women. I think it's the most special day for the men as well, and above all for the human being. Well, I'm happy that I'm the fourth speaker because the first three speakers, Professor Salma, what I took as my message is like women supporting women. Professor Sarwar, he expressed deep kind of trust and confidence about women's competence. And Professor Sharmin, he shared about some stories, some inspirational stories, what not women can do. Well, when Professor Haider requested me to deliver a talk for this seminar, I was wondering what to talk about. You know why? Because I don't find anything to talk about the inner me when we are talking about Women's Day, women empowerment. You must be surprised what this professor is saying, right?
I will make that clear in a moment. So he suggested, well, you can talk about women empowerment, but the truth is women empowerment is, for me, a myth or reality or what? I'm not sure. So I always, since I became a woman, deep down, some questions, some confusions have been there deep down in me. So this is the occasion, and that's why I'm excited. I would love to share that questions, that confusions, and that unknown stuff I'm searching for with all you distinguished speakers and the audience. Well, when the two terms, the keywords, women and empowerment, came in front of me, look at the graphics. My condition was like that lady within the cube, the transparent cube, and you can see some staffs are coming out or maybe getting in, but she is where she was. So I felt exactly like this lady, because for me, what constitutes women empowerment? Being an academic, in 24 years of my career, I know everything. I understand the philosophies, I understand the paradigms, I understand the theories, thesis, antithesis, domains, schemes, strategies, tools, blah, 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 blah. But I don't really understand like what women empowerment is all about, why women empowerment is needed, and for whom. You know, when I come to me, I stand in front of me, I cannot really relate all the stuff with the inner myself. Well, just to add, you all know about the global theme, women in leadership, achieving an equal future in COVID-19 world, right? What are the keywords? First, women, leadership, equal future, COVID-19. As a woman, do I really know who I am? Unless or until I am aware who I am, unless or until I define myself who I am, I cannot make a leader. I cannot make the meaning of equality, or equality with whom. Well, let's come to the first keyword. Women, right? When the UNDP, they have declared the theme of 2021, they have mentioned we have the chance to finally end the exclusion and marginalization. Well, so we know exclusion exists. We know marginalization exists. So how do we expect an excluded and a marginalized women to become a leader? Well, now if we look into the word empowerment, well, my first question is, who would empower? Whom and how? And of course, why? If we look into the SDGs, at the bottom left, bottom right, you would see the two small words, gender equality, right? What is gender? What is gender? It must have its very existence. Well, why empowerment? This is very simple and clear for any layperson. We think about empowering someone who is powerless. So when we say women empowerment, we must accept in the first place that women are powerless. So women are incapable, women are weak, women are ineffective, women are feeble, women are defenseless, women are unable. This is the point where my question remains, my confusion remains. When I ask myself, am I incapable? The answer comes no. When I ask myself, am I weak? No. Am I ineffective? Of course not. Am I feeble? Of course not. Am I defenseless? No. And am I unable? Of course not. Well, so powerless or disempowered? What definition would you put with women? Let's see what the scholars say. I will pick only selected ones that is pertinent or very relevant with this talk or my confusions. Audre Lorde, she said, the power relationship we are kind of living our life, the global order, the gender issues, the economic order, the so-called neoliberal globalization. The power relationship gave us a domination subordination model that in the first place tapped the women, that women are powerless. So that's all about power relation, power politics, gender politics. And she also wondered, who are us? Who are women? And she came up with the idea, if we do not define ourselves for ourselves, we will be defined by others and for others' use. And that's absolutely detrimental for us. So what her feeling, her actualization is, women are women and women have to define themselves for their own. Well, Janet Surrey, she said about relationship, we are all in some sort of relationship, and very few personality who are exceptional, except them, we are all involved in primary relationship. And she said, primary relationship is the kind of unit of disempowering women. When the woman is not aware, when the woman is not aware who she is. How it disempowers us? When you are in primary relationship, either marital or social or biological relationship, there comes 4 things you cannot avoid: position of property, inheritance, marriage, and family. Look into position of property. Who reigns there? Of course, not women. After thousands of years only, the Indian women, they have raised their voice. We want possession of our property. Why? But there are so many empowered women came up in the scene since last 1,000 years. The second one, inheritance. Who is in the steering wheel? Marriage, Shami Stri. What is the meaning of Shami Stri? That's relative, right? And now you answer yourself. If you are a Stri or a Shami, where do you position yourself in your house or family? So these primary relationship, when you are really stuck in this relationship mentally, you cannot know yourself. Well, maybe some of you have heard Maslow's name. He said, the 3 scholars, what they have identified, he said, disempowerment can only be fought with self-motivation. And that should come from within yourself, not from other institution, of course not by some external person or body or institution or whatever you name it. So if we really want to be empowered, you have to be self-actualized first. Otherwise, no empowerment will help you if I put empowerment, the concept of empowerment positively. Well, Maslow's idea said, when he was regarding about human motivation, I can become motivated, any person can become motivated, and that has 4 dimensions. The first 3 dimensions, instincts, drives, arousal, those are biological. Needs, that's the social construct. And let's see what needs is. Where you position what need you value, that makes your values, your morals, your beliefs, your attitudes, your behavior. So a woman, a personality, a human, everything depends on your position in the hierarchy of needs. That means what need you value. I will clarify it in a minute. Look at this pyramid. If you're in the bottom, if you put value on the physiological needs, you will end up your life with eating, sleeping, and producing children, and that's it. If you have the consciousness, if you know thyself, you will move into the next level. And there you position your need as social needs. And then only you will be aware about your human rights, about your social status. And then only you can move on to the next level. That's love and belonging. So the third level, you must have own first and second level, then only you go to the third level. And that gives you the sense of connection. Being within the primary relationship, you can really connect to the people, 6 billion people, and that's the primary condition of becoming an entrepreneur. And no mention about the leadership, okay? And then comes the esteem level. And the esteem level gives you the sense of freedom. And if you are not free, you cannot make a human, all right? And the fifth level, self-actualization, that's what I am leading to avert my confusion about women empowerment. Self-actualization gives you the real address of yourself, and you can make whatever you want to do or you want to make. Well, I will give you a simple example that given all these 5 levels of needs, positioning yourself at a certain level actually formulates or shapes your personality. And any women living on this earth have the full capacity to give, to reach, or to be at the top level of human needs. Because women don't really bother what I eat, who respect me or not, nothing. They bother about only love and affection. And that's absolutely the natural instinct or the characteristics of female body. I'll give you a small example. For example, when a student come to private university, they must have been the most talented person, all right? But say a student, a graduate student, undergrad student admitted in architecture or mathematics, if she thinks, I have come to study or learn STEM or mathematics to get a good husband, where does she position herself? Just at the bottom, the physiological level. No matter how best you empower her, you cannot get her to the woman, the real woman she is. Next, if a woman value social thing only, then she will think, well, I am in mathematics discipline to get a secure job. Next, if you have the actualization, and if you are really in relation with the broader human community beyond your primary relationship, then you will think, well, I'm in mathematics because I can really educate the girls of my village. And then if you think about, if you have self-esteem, if you are dignitious, you will think about, well, I will change my nation. I will get the poor of my nation out of poverty. And if that little girl admitted in mathematics or architecture thinks about from the self-actualization perspective, if she values the human within her, she will think, well, I will make a better world. So I'm talking about the same graduate from mathematics or architecture or any discipline from STEM. But what makes differences? The actualization happens within a person, a woman. Now, I'm in the concluding part of my talk. I will mention 3 self-actualized human. I would say human, not woman. I feel comfortable when I say women, but for ordinary thinking, everyone say, if you are human, you are better, right? But I believe I'm women, that's why I'm a better human. Well, so Simone de Beauvoir, let's see what she said. She said empowerment and freedom that comes from within you, not from external place or some institution. So she focused on self-esteem. And she said, one is not born, but rather becomes a woman. So who you are, just try to search that. Don't look at or listen to what is the society saying about women. Well, this is just from our soul, Rokia, as Professor Shamin, Professor Shamin, she has mentioned, right? Rokia, and she is, you see, she's saying about the self-actualization to happen within us. And then only, no matter you are literate or not, you are STEM graduate or not, nothing will bar you to become who you are or to be equal to your dreams. And she said, Bhoginigon, chokkhur agraiya jagiya uthun, agrosar hon, বুক ঠুকিয়া বলো মা আমরা পশু নই, বলো ভগিনী আমরা আসবাব নই, বলো কন্যে আমরা জড়াও অলংকার রূপে লোহার সিন্ধুকে আবদ্ধ থাকিবার বস্তু নই, সকলে সমস্বরে বলো আমরা মানুষ, আমি সেই মানুষ, আমি সেই নারী। Mary Wollstonecraft, she said, we do not wish women to have power over men, but over themselves. So women are women. At the end of the day, I would say, for an unidentified self, women empowerment is just a patriarchal myth and reality. And that's what I'm trying to share with all my students since last 24 years. And this is the biggest example at this moment. Just from a mere housewife, a mere daughter, a mere mother, she has made herself one of the most inspirational leaders in the whole world during this COVID pandemic. Was there any empowerment, women empowerment per se, that what we are promoting? No. It was only the self-actualization that happened within this person that made her one of the most inspirational leaders in this whole world. And when? During pandemic situation. So this is the biggest example of my argument of what I'm trying to share, the kind of pain I always feel when I find women empowerment, women empowerment, women empowerment. But I feel women don't really need empowerment. Women, all we need is to know who we are. And I would start from Maslow's third level. We need to love ourselves. We have to have self-love. We have to have self-esteem, and we have to have self-actualization. That's all. And we can do the most we desire, and rest will follow. The theme of today's seminar, STEM research, leadership in COVID, blah, 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 everything will simply follow, just like water flows in the river. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Afroza Parveen, for her amazing speech. I want to tell that the result of essay competition will declare after the speech of Professor Dr. Mohammad Haidar Ali Bishas. Now I am requesting Professor Dr. Mohammad Haidar Ali Bishas to give her precious speech about women and girls in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics research achieving the sustainable development goals. In the meanwhile, I want to add that Professor Dr. Mohammad Haidar Ali Bishas is currently affiliated with Khulna University, Bangladesh, as a professor of mathematics under Science, Engineering, and Technology School, and he served as the head of mathematics discipline from 2015 to 18. Professor Bishas obtained his BSc in Mathematics and MSc in Applied Mathematics in the year 1993 and 1994 respectively from the University of Chittagong, Bangladesh. MPhil in Mathematics in the year 2008 from the University of Rajshahi, Bangladesh, and PhD in Electrical and Computer Engineering from the University of Portugal in 2013. He has more than 20 years teaching and research experience in the graduate and postgraduate levels at different public universities in Bangladesh. He published 3 books, 5 book chapters, and more than 150 research papers in the peer-reviewed journals and international conferences. His present research interest includes optimal control with constraints, non-smooth analysis, ordinary differential equations and dynamic systems, mathematical modeling, mathematical ecology, environmental modeling and climate change, mathematical biology and biomedicine, and epidemiology of infectious diseases. He is the lifetime or general memberships of several professional societies and research organizations like BMS, ASB, IMA, EMS, and SMB. Dr. Bishas is the founder member of Mathematical Forum Khulna and served as the General Secretary of the Forum in 2000, associated member of the Organization of Women in Science for Developing World since 2017. Recently, Professor Bishas has been elected as a member of the Executive Committee of Bangladesh Mathematical Society for the year 2020 to 2021 and also nominated as the Associated Editor of the International Journal Gonit Journal of Bangladesh Mathematical Society for the year 2020 to 2021. Dr. Bishas has nominated as a member of Executive Committee of the IEOM Society Bangladesh Chapter and also serving as the Treasurer of the IEOM Society Bangladesh Chapter. He is also served as the Faculty Advisor of the IEOM Society Khulna University Chapter. Professor Bishas is presently serving as the President of the Bangladesh Society for Mathematical Biology for the year 2020 to 2022. So please, sir, I am requesting to start your talk.
Thank you, Nusrat. And I would like to thank all the speakers for wonderful speech, inspiring our women in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal. Actually, we are running the time very short, so it is already exceeded more than 20 minutes for our scheduled time. So I would like to make very short to present today's seminar and to inspire women who are working in the Esteem research all over the globally, Bangladesh, as well as in Khulna University mathematics discipline. So brief history. I have a plan, but I think the time is very short. The brief history of International Women's Day and women in STEM research and achieving our sustainable development goals. Finally, women in mathematics education at Khulna University and how we work with women for inspiring our female students in leadership through IOM KU student chapters, and during COVID-19, how our students are involved in the research, especially in epidemic or in pandemic situation. So we already know the very global theme of International Women's Day. It was Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. And the campaign slogan is Choose to Challenge. So this is the two different slogan for the global organization, International Women's Day. during this time 2021. So actually what the theme signifies, the themes celebrate the tremendous efforts by women and girls around the world in shaping a more equal future and recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. And we all know that our female or our girls, they are facing more challenging time during this time because they are working in the house. At the same time, they are working in their office space, especially our front fighter. Most of the front fighters, doctors are our women, nurses are women. So they have been serving in the hospital, they have been serving in our house. So they have a lot of challenge facing this type of pandemic, and also they are working simultaneously in the COVID-19 research or in the research in STEM education. So the theme highlights actually how women can be made equal partners in the decision making process, especially with regard to policy making. So this theme actually extends a call for all women to use their intellectual, nurturing and creative skills to move the world from where it is now to where we believe it to be in 2030, that is to achieving our sustainable development goal. And the camping theme, it actually, the theme is choose to challenge. Actually, the challenged word is an alert word. We know we want to make challenge, we want to achieve the challenge we are facing, and we have to face for our for achieving our sustainable development goal. Individually, we are all responsible actually to take the challenge for our own thoughts and action all day and every day. We can all choose to change, to make the challenge and call out gender bias and inequality. So we can all choose to seek out and celebrate our women's achievement globally as well as in Bangladesh. So very brief history, we already know all details about the Women's Day. International Women's Day actually is the worldwide celebration for the women's achievements and a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural and political achievements as well, and also the science research and STEM research for achieving our sustainable development goal. So it is a UN led global forum and working in STEM research, especially I am talking about the women who are working in mathematics and mathematical education through the STEM research that can play the breakthroughs in science and technology, improving the quality of life, empowering women and girls, and contributing to the achievement for the sustainable development goals by 2030. So this is the brief history. Actually, this Women's Day, it has a long history. It the first time it was a national day, Women's Day in 1909. A group of women marched through the street of New York, actually making shorter working hours, better pay, and voting rights. So actually, it started as a labor movement. And in 1910, this day have been organized as a conference, international conference in Copenhagen. And then they declared a Women's Day. And only on the 1911 March, internationally, it was first declared as the International Women's Day and observed in many European countries, especially in Germany, Netherlands, Austria, and some other places. But after afterwards, in 1975, United Nations finally acknowledged this International Women's Day on a global scale and its celebration for the achievements of our women in all sectors for their contribution. So this is actually the very short history of the International Women's Day and why it is actually March 8. So it is another history, but this is actually Gregorian calendar. This day was the first in February, but according to Gregorian calendar, it was March 8 for the international celebration every year with a different theme. So our women in STEAM we see in our sustainable development goals, there are 17 goals in by the year 2030 we have to achieve for our better world. So you can see all the sustainable development goals, most of the case about 8 goals are indirectly related to the relevance of women's life. Like there are 8 on the no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, peace, justice, and a strong institution. All these are somehow related with the better life of our women. But only one goal, the Sustainable Development Goal 5, is directly addresses the issues of gender equality. So this is very important during this time, and overall to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal, we actually need the gender equality, because actually our women and men both need to work together for a better life, for a better world we need to create for our next generation. So gender equality, there is a lot of things to be achieved, and women can work as a catalyst to achieve this sustainable development goal. So there are gender equality in employment. So in the sector of employment, we need our women equal footage with our women and with our men and women in our employment, and equal payment. Also gender equality in industry, we need in the gender equality in our leadership. Though we have a lot of achievements, already our speaker said, especially our inspirational leader, our Prime Minister, in the institutional leadership for her leadership globally, Bangladesh has achieved this women leadership in a very good stage for this achievement. And staying power of the women, it needs for the gender equality. Also education and academic research very important, because our women actually, we already observed that our speaker said that our usually from the secondary and higher secondary case, our women are not taking the STEM science, especially in the higher education. It also very less for the research in academic purpose, especially in our women case. But actually the situation, the position is changing. I will show, because the time is very short. So equality in STEM education, there is a statistics. You can see the Manchester distance access scheme, 29% female and 71% male students, they are registered there. But in 2020, this percentage, there is a lot of change, 48%, and our male is it was reduced to 22%. So it is a hope that our women and girls are moving forward for the STEM research. So gender equality in STEM education, actually continent-wise, you can see some statistics. We already know from our speaker that less than 30% of the global researchers are women. This is the statistics of Central Asia. It was the highest record, 48%, and Sub-Saharan Africa, 32%, especially in Tunisia, and South and West Asia, especially in Myanmar, is 19%. And in Europe, this is the lowest record, 26% in Netherlands. So this is a very not surprisingly hope that the women are working in our STEM research. But what is the thing about happening in Khulna University? This is just a picture. Our department, mathematics in Khulna University, started from our first academic session in 1999. And from 1999 to 2020, you can see only the female students we are increasing, and in 2018 it was the highest, about the 50% with our total students. If our total students like 50, then it was about 50%. And even 2020, it is also not bad. So our female students actually now is working in taking the challenge, working on mathematics via STEAM research in mathematics in Khulna University. And you can see just some achievements in our university of our researcher, because we have a research group working. So this group is have a equality of gender. You can see in the COVID-19 pandemic, a research group, our research group has worked a lot of epidemic model in this area, and this is the recent book chapter. It will be published, it will be appeared online. You can see here the list of the authors. About 4 students of this group member are our female students. So we have a gender equality in our research group. You can see this is another paper already published, and also the same research group. So our research group consists of equal gender balance and working in STEAM research in Khulna University. You can see another paper only our students, faculty, she worked during this COVID-19 pandemic situation. So students are working actually in this is the challenging situation also in the COVID-19. You can see here our chapter president, Shanta Khatun, she worked a lot of papers actually in this during this pandemic situation. So our research group, our women and girls, are not, we are taking gender balanced and working, empowering our women and girls in Khulna University, especially in mathematics discipline, via our student chapter activities. So thank you. And this is the group, in our research group, you can see all the group member, we have the equal gender balanced for this research group. Thank you everybody, and thank you all for your patience and taking participants and joining with us to inspire our women in science and technology and the further development, achieving our sustainable development goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Mohammad Haider Ali Biswas for her excellent speech. Now I am requesting Professor Dr. Munojana Ara for the announcement of the results of the essay competition. In the meantime, I would like to add that Dr. Munojana Ara is currently affiliated with Khulna University, Bangladesh, as a professor of mathematics under Science Engineering and Technology School. She finished her PhD in telecommunication from University of Porto, Portugal under MAP Tele program from December 2008 to October 2013. She also have finished her BSc and MSc degree from mathematics discipline, Khulna University, Khulna, Bangladesh. After finishing her MSc, she joined as a lecturer in the same discipline, and now she is working as a professor. Her PhD research project builds upon the information theoretic security foundations to analyze, design, and optimization scheme, or in a broader sense, transmission scheme for wireless communication systems, exploring also their applications in current standards for wireless systems such as Wi-Fi or WiMAX. Now I am requesting Professor Dr. Munojana Ara for the announcement of the result of the essay competition. Ma'am, please, I am requesting to start your talk.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nusrat, for giving me the floor. Actually, I'm really happy to attend this seminar. And already you know that I am also from this student from the same discipline, Khulna University. And Haider Ali sir is also myself, so teacher. So thank you. And the students all are here especially from Khulna University. You all also my student. So thank you so much for the nice presentation, Shanta, Nusrat. And obviously, I'm giving much thanks to a respectful for speaker. The speech was very nice, especially Afroja ma'am. You are really leader. Thank you so much. So what I want to say, actually, I want to go through, I'm going to declare the result about, there was not only seminar as a nice seminar, there was also essay competition, right? So I'm going to declare this result of this competition, but before I'm going to declare this result, I have something to say to all of the participants. Okay, so look at here. The one of the things, as a human being, or whoever you are, as a man or as a woman, whoever you are, as a human being, every day in this world we face challenges, right? Life is full of challenge. So what you can do, if you accept this challenge or face the challenge, you can change yourself. That means there is no other word or nothing except choose to challenge, to change yourself as well as to change the world. So this is the theme actually of the 2021 International Women's Day theme. We already know that. So this is the theme of the International Women's Day, but now come the title of the essay. The title of the essay was Women in Leadership, Achieving the Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. So this is two things. One is theme, one is title of your essay. I'm talking about the who take the participant. But I'm talking about the participant, okay? So give the concentration on my speech. So look at here. What is the International Women's Day do? They celebrate social, economical, cultural, political achievement of women. That means this is a day where we can celebrate women's achievement. Not only that, number two, raise awareness about women's equality in our society, and others, of course, there have. Now, if you come to the leadership, about the point, leadership, there is some speech was today we listen, actually they are give the emphasis of the leadership of women. So if I go through the literature definition of the leadership, so what is this? Leadership is a process of social influences that maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of a goal. So now come to the point of the title of your essay. So there are three important points. I am saying three most important points of the essay is number one, women in leadership. Number two, awareness about women's equality in our society, present. And number three, women's equality in post-COVID-19 world. That means future, after these COVID things, right? So what we see during our process of winner or result, we see actually that all of you participants keep these things, okay, fine, kept in your mind and try to express yourself on these 3 points. But since it is a competition, we need to declare 3 winners, right? So what we did, we choose those 3 participants who express themselves more nicely comparatively than the other participants on these 3 important topics. Okay, clear? Before I declared my result. So first of all, now I'm going to declare the result. So first of all, I am giving the thanks to all the participants. Okay, and whatever I know is that you all will receive the participant certificate. And now I'm going to declare the 3 position, first, second, and third position. And I will declare from the down to up, that is from third to first, okay? So number 1, third position, okay? Third position, Kefayat Tasneem, Mathematics Discipline, Khulna University, Bangladesh. Kefayat, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
for your.
We give a big hand up.
Yes, I think we can give a big thanks for her. Yeah,
thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, now the second position. If the person is there, please give sound. Okay, so Christine Andrea P. Maksakaya, Department of Industrial Engineering, La Consolas University, Philippines. Are you there? Are you there? Christina Andrea P. Maksakaya. I think she's not here, but she's from Industry of Engineering, La Consolas University, Philippines. And now the first position. Actually, this person is also from the same university and same department. That means from the Department of Industrial Engineering and La Consolación University, Philippines. And her name is Daniel and Mei C. Lavepi. Are you here? No, she's not here. But thank you so much. I think we can give it, though they are not here.
Yes, because it's been recorded, right? She can hear.
Yeah, obviously.
Professor, you can ask someone, her friends from this same university. Is there anyone in there?
I think, yeah. Is there anyone who is from the university, La Consolación University of Philippines? Is there anyone? If you hear, anyone is here, please just unmute and talk with us. But I think this is, yeah, there is someone. Augustine, Heather Augustine, please give our congratulations to your friends, both of friends, to be first and second.
If she wants to share some feelings.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to say something about
Thank
this?
you very much for this wonderful opportunity that you have given to us and for inviting us in your very inspirational webinar. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Augustine. Thank you so much. Actually, let me tell you something. Especially, I already said these three topics they follow, but expression first, right? The first position, the Daniel Annie Macy, she expressed herself so nicely. I just read more than 2 times. So I love these things. And thank you so much. This is the end of my part. So Professor Dr. Haider Ali Bishas, thank you so much, sir, to give me the opportunity. And please go forward for the seminar.
Well, Professor Bithi, Professor Munnu Jahanara.
Yes, ma'am.
May I have a copy of their write-up?
I have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I would love to read that.
Oh, I can send you, ma'am, the first position essay. Yeah, surely.
Right, I'll be looking forward to.
As a student, her expression is really nice. She expressed herself by her own life's style also. So that is the main point of this thing.
Genuine expression.
Exactly. So thank you, Haider Ali, sir.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Munnu Jarara, ma'am. Now I am requesting Dr. Muhammad Haider Ali Bishas to end the program by giving the conducting speech.
Thank you again. And we are very close to end our session and our program and our seminar inspiring our women in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, as well as STEAM research. And I would like to thank our speakers who have given their times for our women for the inspiration of our future world, for developing, for achieving our goals. So we are very much glad to have you with us and your valuable prestigious time for this seminar. And we are very much happy. There is a lot of participants from foreign students, especially for the essay competition. It was open for all. It was not limited in only Bangladesh, not only limited in Khulna University. So we opened this competition for all, and we are happy, and we would like to thank all the participants from foreign, especially Philippines, and for attending this essay competition, and congratulations to the winners, first and second winner. We will send the certificate from our OWSD and by email, and all the winners will get the certificate, precision certificate, and this certificate will be issued from the OWSD national chapter, and they will issue the certificate and will send to you to your email address. And finally, it was a nice time to share virtually, because during the pandemic situation we are not going to any physical activity. So it is a very good time to share our knowledge, to inspire our women, and to get involved more efficiently and more frequently, so that our students, especially our female students, can involve into the STEM research for the sustainable development goal, for achieving our better world, and for creating a better world for our next generation, for the better life in our planet. So thank you, and thank you all. Thank you our media partners who have there, and we hope they will disseminate the news in all medias, electronics and prints, so that people can know the things what have been discussed in today's seminar, and what actually our goals for this kind of seminar for our better world, inspiring our women and challenging all obstacles they are facing for developing our better world in together with all humanity, for the betterment of the humanity, together with all men and women working together in for our global situation. So thank you everybody, thank you all everyone, and stay fine. We say goodbye and stay fine here.
Haider sir, I just want to say just one person to give thanks.
Okay.
Though I think she's not here. My colleague Shanta Islam, she really helped me to prepare the results. I forgot that. Sorry to say, sorry for that. But yeah, thank you, Shanta. Though she's not here.
Sharmin Shanta.
But thank you so much. Yes, Sharmin Shanta, my colleague. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think Professor Afroza Parveen, Professor Sauron Murshid, and I don't see the Professor Dr. Sharmin here. I think Professor Sharmin is already left. And here I saw the Dr. Hasibun Nath of the OWSD, and there is one colleague from Dr. Kollan Das from India, Delhi. Thank you everybody, and all the participants from Philippines, even not only Philippines, all over the globe, who are participating in this seminar and joining us, sharing your views, and inspiring our women for the better world, for achieving our sustainable development goal. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, Professor Haider Ali, and thanks
Dr.
to all
Salma,
the
yeah, I
students,
forgot. Thank you,
participants.
thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Happy International.
সবাইকে নারী দিবসের শুভেচ্ছা, সবাই ভালো। Thank you.
Okay, that we can close here, and stay fine, all our foreign participants, as well as all the participants from our country and global, all others. Close